Hey there, this is TJ Palazzolo. In this video, I'll show you how to create and connect to an Oracle Java Cloud Service instance running on your Oracle Public Cloud machine. Getting started with Java Cloud Service involves these main tasks: creating SSH keys so that I can securely connect to my new virtual machines, creating a service instance in Java Cloud Service, locating tools to further customize and manage my Java Cloud Service, and finally, deploying a Java application to my Java Cloud Service. Before I get started with Java Cloud Service, I need to have some information handy. First, to use any cloud service, I'll need to know my Oracle Cloud Identity domain, as well as the name and password of a user in this identity domain. This identity domain is sometimes also called my tenant name. I'll also need the URL, username, and password of an existing relational database. A Java Cloud Service instance requires access to a database that contains the standard Oracle Fusion middleware schemas. Similarly, I need the hostname and path of an existing network file system to which Java Cloud Service can record backups of my service instances. First, I'll create my SSH keys. SSH keys come in pairs and consist of a public key and a private key. Later, when I provision my VMs in the Oracle Cloud, I'll supply the public key. Then, if I ever need to access my VMs from a command line, I simply connect with the private key. If I'm on Windows, I'll use PuTTY to create my pair of keys. SSH keys can include an optional description, and the private key can also be password protected. First, I export the private key as a file. And then I copy and paste the public key text into a separate file. If, on the other hand, I'm on a Unix platform, or if I'm running a Unix emulator on Windows, like Cygwin, I'll use the SSH Keygen utility. Now I'm ready to create a service instance in the Java Cloud Service. Log into the Oracle Private Cloud, launch the Java Cloud Service, and then create a new service. Java Cloud Service supports WebLogic Server 11G and 12C, as well as both the Standard and Enterprise feature editions. An Enterprise Edition service instance can also optionally include a coherence data cache, but in this scenario my application requires only WebLogic. Next, I need to name my new Java service and set the initial size of the WebLogic cluster. I also select a compute shape that meets the workload requirements of this cluster. I'll also upload the public key file I created earlier so that I'll be able to remotely log into my WebLogic VMs by using the matching private key. I enter the administrative credentials for the new WebLogic domain. I also provide the location and credentials for an existing relational database that has been updated with the Fusion middleware schemas. Java Cloud Service will not validate connectivity to my database before the instance provisioning process, so I need to ensure that I type these values correctly. Because I configured my WebLogic cluster size to a value greater than 1, Java Cloud Service will automatically provision a load balancer to intercept and distribute incoming client traffic across the servers in my cluster. Each tenant in Oracle Private Cloud has access to one or more networks. I select a public access network for my administrators and application users, and I select a network that WebLogic will use to access my database. If I was unsure as to which networks to select here, I'd contact my tenant administrator. Finally, I specify the location of an existing NFS remote file system. Java Cloud Service will use this NFS location to automatically record backups of my instance. I can contact my tenant administrator to get this value. Now my new Java service is being provisioned, and I can periodically check its status. After my new Java Cloud Service instance is up and running, I can customize its configuration to meet my application requirements by using several different administration tools. For example, I might need to search WebLogic log files, tune a JDBC data source, or create a JMS server. I can accomplish these tasks from the standard WebLogic server console. The available functionality is the same as your on-premises WebLogic environments. Alternatively, I can use the Fusion middleware control console to also configure, monitor, and manage my WebLogic domain. There may also be times that I need to monitor, tune, or troubleshoot the load balancer in this service instance. In Java Cloud Service, the load balancer is implemented with Oracle Traffic Director, and I can access the Traffic Director console to perform these types of tasks. Finally, I'm ready to deploy my Java applications to my new Java Cloud Service instance. I have all the same deployment options as I have in my on-premise WebLogic environments. I could use the Fusion middleware control console or the WebLogic scripting tool, for example, but in this case, I'll use the standard WebLogic server console to install my new application. In this typical scenario, I browse to the deployment archive file and then target the application to my entire cluster. After uploading and installing my Java application, I can start it. Because I enabled a load balancer, my clients will access the application through the load balancer's public IP address. Thanks for watching this video about getting started with Oracle Java Cloud Service. A companion tutorial is also available that documents all the steps I just presented. Welcome to the cloud.